Shy Hulud rules the desert sand. Paul's visions, good times hold. He who sees where futures unfold. Blue within blue eyes so bold. Destinies in spice foretold. Shifting sands are fate to find. In the desert heat we leave behind. Promise of the queens at Hatterack, rising from the dust and back. Thopters cutting through the sky. Harkonnens, blood and spice to lie. Water's worth more than gold. Ancient secrets still untold. Shiny whispers, dreams to thee. Bene Gesserit's prophecy. Fear the mind that's set free. In the shadows, destiny. Shifting sands are fate to find. In the desert heat we leave behind. Promise of the queens at Hatterack, rising from the dust and back. Dreams to thee, Bene Gesserit's prophecy. Fear the mind that's set free. In the shadows, destiny. Shifting sands are fate to find. In the desert heat we leave behind. Promise of the queens at Hatterack, rising from the dust and back. Beneath twin suns on Arrakis land, firmament whispers in the wind so grand. Melange flows through every hand. Shy Hulud rules the desert sand. Paul's visions, good times hold. He who sees where futures unfold. Blue within blue eyes so bold. Destinies in spice foretold. Shifting sands are fate to find. In the desert heat we leave behind. Promise of the queens at Hatterack, rising from the dust and back. Cutting through the sky. Harkonnens, blood and spice to lie. Water's worth more than gold. Ancient secrets still untold.
Welcome back to another episode of Dune News Weekly. Might have to adjust my mic here. Might have to bump it up a little bit. Waiting for get a few people in the stream here. Testing out TikTok tonight, guys. So I got 3 streams going. Might turn that down a little bit. I don't want to blow people's eardrums out. Yeah, so what is going on out there in the Dune news? So this week we're gonna cover a little bit of Dune prophecy. So I'm not gonna play this trailer outright. I suggest you guys go watch that trailer, the latest one, Dune Prophecy, HBO Max, coming out in November 17th. I'm still waiting for a few people to get in the stream here. I'm doing it early tonight, so yeah, I usually do this at 10. Might really getting a whole lot of activity here. Um, I don't want to start talking about the news topics until we get a couple more people in the stream. I really just gonna tonight. I'm covering mostly Dune Prophecy, which is gonna come out in November 17th. I'm gonna go over some of the screen stills of the trailer, the latest trailer. Talk a little bit about that. I'm currently going through Mentats of Dune, the book. So, what Dune Prophecy is based on is Sisterhood of Dune, basically, which is the next, I guess you can call it sub trilogy, because your first trilogy is about Valerian Jihad, then you have the Machine Crusade, and then you had Battle of Corrin, which is kind of like that machine war against the machines, that trilogy, and then Sisterhood of Dune is what Dune Prophecy is going to be based on. It takes place about 84 years after humanity defeats the machines. So yeah, that's going to be pretty interesting. Man, we are just not. Oh, there we are. Now we got a couple people coming in. Yes, if you're just arriving, I haven't started going over anything yet. Just started the stream. I was waiting for some people to get in here. Hopefully, I'll get at least 10 viewers in here tonight. I usually don't really get a whole lot of live stream viewers because I don't stream enough. That's my problem. I need to probably start doing 2 to 3 a week instead. So I'm trying to see if I can weasel it in to have a Wednesday night show. I'll probably start with that first. Just add an additional night, and then keep Saturdays is like the best night for me to do live streams, because Fridays I'm like not wasted, but Saturdays or Fridays I'm usually tired from the week. So Saturday I'm kind of refreshed, and then Sundays kind of are busy, but I think Wednesday nights might be a good night to do a second live stream, a quick one, maybe like an hour long or something. Problem is I have a day job. My day job I'm kept very busy, so that's one issue. But yeah, we haven't really gone over any of this news yet. Waiting for some folks to come in. TikTok is not getting any viewers, so I'm testing out TikTok tonight, guys. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, I just don't know how really that algorithm's gonna work. I'm gonna test out. Yeah, I don't think that the multi-stream chat's coming through TikTok, but the Twitch and the YouTube will come through the OBS manager. Yeah, so Dune Prophecy. I guess I'm just gonna jump straight into it. We'll do some catch up if people come in and want to watch. But I guess we're losing. Man, I got one person watching. Well, welcome whoever that one person is. Can I even see that? I guess TikTok you can't read or post. I don't know how that works. That's interesting. No, I don't want to. Okay, I want to see the hidden. Okay, I want to see. Yeah, I can't actually see the comments. So that's why I have TikTok up. Yeah, TikTok's running though, so I'll have that going. So hopefully some Dune people will find my channel on there. It is what it is. So I have 3 platforms going. And where is everyone? People are probably looking for me at 10. That's probably the issue. since I went early tonight because I'm not staying up that late tonight, guys. Last weekend, I think it ended up being an almost 2 hour stream, and it was like we were talking about Star Citizen. So I went from Dune into Star Citizen. Star Citizen had the big gameplay play reveal, and yeah, dude, that went for a while. So I'm not gonna do any Star Citizen on here today. Only Dune stuff. I don't know if that messes up your algorithm or not when you switch up topics like that are not the purview of your channel, but yeah. So I guess we'll just start talking in Dune Prophecy. So Dune Prophecy is based on Sisterhood of Dune, and I believe it's going to take place in. Technically, it takes place after Sisterhood of Dune and Mentats of Dune, because this is like because Valia Atreides, or correction, Harkonnen is like in her late 40s, 50s, maybe late 50s in the show. In the books, she's in her 20s, so I believe she's like 24, 25, something like that. So she's younger, and then so this, from my understanding, this is a story that's supposed to be. Now I've looked into it a little bit more. It's not replacing anything. They create a new story with those characters in that time frame. So I'm guessing maybe we'll see glimpses of the books, like stuff. Maybe stuff from the books will be referenced. And then, so I don't think it's a complete rewrite, but I don't see any casting for, say, Vorian Atreides or Abelard, but I can't remember that Valia's brother who gets killed. I was just listening to it the other day, but yeah, she had a brother. And hey Shane, nice. Shane's here. Shane is here. Thank you for watching and listening to my Funky Donkey Dune channel. No, yeah. So I'm just talking about Dune Prophecy, and where it might possibly fall in with the book Sisterhood of Dune, Mentats of Dune, all that, because the time frames aren't matching up from what we're seeing on screen, right? So it looks like this is going to be sometime after Sisterhood and Mentats, almost like 20, 30 years difference. So I mean, I don't know if they're going to explain any of that. If it's a whole new story, are they kind of not? Are they kind of just re-envisioning the books? Is it going to take place around the books? Is it going to be, because obviously Dune Part 2 and 1 weren't exactly accurate to the books, so they're just going to kind of be their own thing. Yeah, they left a lot out on Dune movies. They left a lot of the books out, a lot of the stuff from the books. So that was really my biggest issue with Dune Part 2 was, no, Thufir Hawat was not even in the movie at all, not even referenced, not even talked about. Shoot, what else was not in there? That didn't they have Little Leto? There was no time jump. Alia wasn't even born. She's supposed to be the one that kills the Baron. All kinds of stuff. There was no Jameis's family. Paul taking over Jameis's family, and there was just everything that they left out of that movie. Which I get they had to leave some stuff out, but man, they had to leave Thufir out. Man, they didn't give no love to Thufir, dude. That's really what kept that movie from being a 10 out of 10 for me. And then of course the ending with Chani was way off. I mean, obviously Chani was not like that at all in the book. Like, not even. She was the most changed character, probably. Was she the most changed character in Dune Part 2 out from the book? And if you just, in isolation, Dune Part 2 with the most changed, I don't know. I think she might have been. She has, at least main character. She's definitely the most changed main character. And Paul, in Dune Part 2, Paul, when he takes the spite, or Water of Life, then he realizes that the Baron is his grandfather, which happens before he takes the Water of Life in the book. It happens way back when they're escaping Arrakis. and they're in that the still tent. Him and his mom when they're hiding out, waiting for to be found by Duncan. Well, they don't know at the time, but that was when he finds out he has a spice vision, and that's when he finds out that that Baron is his grandfather. So that was way off too. But I was hoping. Yeah, let's get into Dune Prophecy though. So I know a lot of people do not like the prequel books, the Brian Herbert book. I like them. I actually like Sisterhood and Mentats of Dune. I like a lot. They get a little more, so I can understand why people don't like the Balerian Jihad books, first three, because they're very science fiction-y, so to speak. They're very bombastic, big ships battles and just robots and AI and running around and just a lot of stuff going on. Very, 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 very science fiction-y, so to speak. Whereas Dune is kind of very medieval and a little mysterious, more so. The Frank Herbert stuff is a little more. It's weird. It's science fiction, but it's also very mythological, kind of more. I always just, in my mind, that's the way I categorize it, kind of medievally, kind of time frame, Roman / imperial time kind of thing, right? Which is what people like it because that's cool, right? Because it's basically it's science fiction. It's in the future, but humanity has gone back and reverted to a more, what's the word you want to call it? A more, dark ages kind of feel, dukes and lords and all that kind of thing, medieval. So that's cool, but the Butlerian Jihad books are they have a little bit of that, but they're very, we have giant space fleets and lasers and all the stuff going off and weapons and technology and all this stuff. And there's like, there's a lot more going on, like more like a modern, more mainstreamy, I guess, in a weird way. Or kind of like, if you read the Warhammer books, stuff like that. So, but then Sisterhood of Dune book, starts, you can see when they start toning it down to get more. Now it's starting to get into that direction of Dune feel. That's why I think the Sisterhood, even though there's remnants of the Brian Herbert stuff in there, even though he wrote all the books, but like, it's starting to get into that Dune feeling, which is, I think, the show is what the show's going to do. Maybe that's the reason why they don't do well, first of all, you'd have to have a crazy budget to do the Butlerian Jihad. Because the only way you're going to show that is with massive CGI, right? Massive CGI. The whole thing will be CGI. Right, but these ones you can kind of do them a little less than that. Dude, oh yeah, dude, with Cymex, dude. Or you could even make the main bad guy Erasmus, because he really kind of is like the Vader of it all, right? But he really is the main bad guy. He's he talks to Omnius all the time, but Omnius is kind of in the background, kind of just like talking to him like you don't whatever. He just talks to him randomly. But Erasmus is really the one that's kind of doing all the evil stuff, really. Yeah, so you could make. I thought it's funny when you watch. Getting off topic here, guys. It's funny when you watch Age of Ultron. Whenever time I watch Age of Ultron, the Marvels, I always think of Erasmus. Like Ultron, that's basically Erasmus. It's like they copied that. Ultron, like they copied the Erasmus character. Now, what came out first, Ultron or Erasmus? I think maybe Ultron might have come out before that book. I have to look that up. Yeah, but that's basically an even more evil version of Ultron. That's kind of Erasmus, right? With the Dr. Mengele vibe going. Kind of funny. Yeah, but I haven't seen any casting for. So I'm assuming they're long dead. They're not gonna, or they're just gone in the ether. They're not gonna show Vorian Atreides. brought this. Manfred Rondo, the Butlerian like main legless guy. What is he considered the leader of him? It never really says his title. Really, does it say his title in the book? Well, because he's riding around like Master Blaster from Thunderdome. He's riding around on the back of that of a Nari, Idaho. Is that her name? That the precursor, like the ancestor of Duncan, Idaho. She's like a Ganaz swordmaster, Butlerian. So he's riding around, right? And he's basically just killing it, seeking out and killing anyone that has technology. So I want to talk about it because I think that the one dude in the trailer here is who that's supposed to be replacing, kind of that character. Yeah, I'm gonna jump ahead here a little bit. So to get back to the main theme of Dune prophecy, comes out HBO Max November 17th, the Sunday, and it's 6 episodes from what I understand, and it's gonna be based off of that time period of Sisterhood of Dune, the books, 10,000 years before the events of Dune, before Paul and all that. They kind of even actually tell you that in the trailer. Well, I already knew that, but it looks like the main baddie or one of the main protagonists is Valia Harkonnen, where she's a Reverend Mother at this point, of the Sisterhood, and then that's really the only name of a character that I think is from the book, as far as I can tell in there. I looked at or her sister Tula's in there, I think. Yeah, it's her sister. So she has a younger sister that she brings in later in Mentats of Dune. She brings her over. So to be part of this. So there's a split. So this won't ruin anything because it happened already. Maybe they'll talk about it in the show. Hey, if you are not wanting spoilers on this, I guess don't listen to me because I'm gonna spoil stuff. But I don't care. So her sister, at the end of Sisterhood of Dune, she goes home, right? Because the Emperor Salvador finds out essentially that they had a AI, they had a supercomputer that was what the Sisterhood was using to track all the bloodlines and genetics, and they get wind of that. They find out he's coming, so they destroy it, dismantle it, and throw it in the swamps. He shows up, they don't find it, but then he knows they had it, so he kills a couple of the sisters. I can't remember which. I don't remember by name which sisters he kills. He kills some of them. I don't think it's just one. I think he killed a couple, and then he disbands the Sisterhood. Some of them go split, so there's a split of the Sisterhood. These aren't the Bene Gesserit yet. It's going to be a split, and I think this is where we're going to see this in the show. Some of them kind of stay loyal to the Imperium, to the Emperor. And then Valia, with Reverend Mother, not Rox, her name, not Roxanne, right? So it starts with R. She's really old. Anyways, they go to Wallach 9 now, right? They find a new planet, and then because they were at the planet that they were on in Sisterhood of Dune was Warsack, and that's where they basically, because it was a jungly and they could make all their poisons there. That's why they liked it before. So they were making their poisons to become Reverend Mother, and only like one at that point. There's only one, which is gosh dang, I can't think of her name now. I actually was just looking at it earlier. Starts with an R. Reverend Mother Roriatea, I think, or something. No, Roriatea is bad. She's a traitor. See here. You remember? I'm sorry, I had to look it up real quick. Oh, it's not telling me anything. Well, she is a Reverend Mother at now in this point. Because remember, she fakes taking the poison in Sisterhood. So she fakes take. So Valia Harkonnen. Man, there's a lot back up here. So, her and her brother. She goes and joins the Sisterhood because she thought it could help her get. Basically, she's doing it for a selfish reason is to help her get more powerful or whatnot, so she could get revenge on Vorian Atreides. So, because at this time, 80 so years later, the Harkonnens now blame the Atreides name for their issues. So they were, because Abelard, I think it was Abelard. He's the guy who kind of tried to he tried to sabotage the assault on Corrin, the human fleet, and then so basically to cut it short, that was the end of Battle of Corrin book. Vorian Atreides, he's the lead Bashar in charge of the whole entire final assault on the AI planet Corrin. Abelard is like, no, we can't because there's human shields involved in the orbit, and then he doesn't want to shoot through them. And then Vorian Atreides is like, we can't stop. We have to go blow through. This is the end because they're cornered. The AI at this point are cornered, and then he tries to sabotage the fire control system, and then because of that, Vorian Atreides eventually, banishes him to that planet. The actually Harkonnen main homeworld. And I'm actually, which is at the top of my head. Dude, I had all this prepped and I can't remember things. But anyways, not Giedi Prime at this point. It wasn't Giedi Prime, that's later. Anyways, so then the story goes is that the next generations of Harkonnens are basically taught to believe in this, despise and hate the Atreides. And so then her brother later on, fast forward back to the Sister of Dune, her brother and her, so she wants the brother to be like noble and all this stuff too, but then they want to get the name Harkonnen. They want the Harkonnen name to be the big name like it used to be. Right? They believe that they should be controlling the throne and all that kind of thing. And that they were screwed, even though they did. Well, they were good guys, but now they're kind of looked down. They're looked down upon, right? So going back to that, she wants to get revenge and then eventually get back in the name back in there and take over the Harkonnen name, and using the Sisterhood. Her brother is sent basically to go track down Vorian Atreides, who's hiding out. At this point, he's hiding out on Dune because he doesn't age, or he ages very slow because he had life extension problems. I've talked about it in other videos. He's the son of the machine Simek, no, not machine, but the Simek Titan General Agamemnon, right? They were the humans that put their brains in canisters and controlled giant robots. And anyways, they're bad guys working for the AI. That's the easy way to say it. Anyways, so he had life extension technology put on him when he was young. He was basically a test tube baby. Anyways, he's still alive. So then, while he created a spin-off family on Caladan. So they're out there going and brewing, and the Atreides bloodline is going over there. And then he went and started a new family because he doesn't age over on a different planet. And then they get taken as slaves. Like these slavers land and take all his new family. And if there's this whole cool scene in Sisterhood of Dune where he's got to go, rescue them, murder the slavers, basically. And then gets them back, and then goes back and begs the Emperor, hey, can you put a protective frigate or ship over here on my planet? Because they're not safe, and I'm the savior of humanity, essentially. So you have to do this for me. And he's like, okay, but yeah, you got to disappear then. If I help you, he's scared that Vorian can come in. The Emperor Salvador is scared that Vorian Atreides, he's more popular than him, right? So he could come back. Theoretically, a snap of a finger, he could come in and take him out and become the ruler. He should have been the ruler. He turned it down. He didn't want nothing to do with it. He could have been the Emperor easily. So he makes the deal with the Emperor. Hey, protect my new family's homeworld, and then I'll disappear forever. So he does, and then he's gone. He goes to Dune. So he's like hanging out in Dune, riding worms and doing all this stuff. And then there's more stuff going on besides that. He had two siblings that were also test tube babies that awaken, that were just like ultimate assassins that want revenge and things like that because they killed his dad, and they're like, you're gonna join. They think they're just evil. They get eaten by a worm, but that's easy. That's the short answer on that one. So what happens? Valia, Harkonnen's brother, goes to hunt down Borean Atreides on Dune. Hates him, right? He ends up getting captured by Fremen, or like they're already kind of Fremen at this. They're like now they're Fremen, Freeman they call him, I think, at this point. So the Fremen name kind of gets put on him during the previous books when they kind of start getting sick of being punked around by off-worlders, and then they get some new blood in from that other planet. There are different slaves that escaped, but they don't want to take no crap, so they kind of make the Fremen be tough now. The Fremen are just hiding in caves before that. So slavers land, steal people away, kidnap their families, and they just cower in the caves out there in the sieges and whatnot. And then later on, they get sick of it. To basically summarize it, they get sick of being punked. So they just start killing anytime an outsider comes out to their area, they're dead. They murder everybody. And sometimes they might let one guy go and then have him like, hey, let him know. Don't come out here no more. All this kind of stuff, right? Then they do that for thousands of years. And they can ride worms and stuff too. So Bavorian gets in there. I don't remember exactly how he ends up. I can't remember if he was working with some smugglers or some spice traders or something, but he ends up being buddies with these Fremen. Kind of loosely buddies with them. They don't really, they kind of somewhat like him, but they somewhat don't. He befriends this Fremen warrior chick. She ends up getting killed. I think she sacrifices herself to save him and the other, and the Valia brother, which was what's his dang name? What's Valia Harkonnen's brother's name in the book? I can't remember. I'm a little tired, guys. Don't be easy on me. I'm a little bit tired tonight, so I don't know if they're gonna even talk about the brother. It's like Valia. It's like, I thought it was like a lion or something. Name Griffin. That's what. Hey, flying lion. That's a griffin. I was right with the beak. Anyways, yeah, Griffin Harkonnen. So while she's out there doing sisterhood stuff, this is in the book, guys. This is not in the. This is Sisterhood of Dune. This is probably not going to be in the show because she's much older. And I'm probably just boring you. I only have 3 people watching, so. Let's change some scenes here. Let's go to that looks like it's gonna be. All right. That can't be the Sisterhood planet because it's supposed to be a jungle. Maybe that's Wallach 9 then. Yeah. So Rossack, Raquel. Yeah, that's the. I forgot the name earlier. Reverend Mother Raquella. So she's still around too. She's the only one that survived the spice, well, they don't do spice here, but they do other poisons. She became Reverend Mother. But anyways, see, in this screen in the trailer, I don't think that's Rossack. Because Rossack's yeah, they're not going to be in Rossack anymore because that was in Sister of Dune. So this is probably Wallach 9. Rossack is a jungle planet. Yeah, so that's long gone. They got banished from that planet and moved and started a new base. But we don't know exactly if this is a Sisterhood base or not right here. We think it is. So we're gonna show. This is the trailer, guys. That's the same place, a different angle. Yeah, it's just got to be Wallach 9. Yeah, so it doesn't really say here. What do you guys think? Yeah. So I don't know if Wallach 9 is basically. Is there worms on their planet too? I don't think so. Oh, it's later on. They're gonna control, yeah. See, Ross, yeah, so Rossack is the first planet. This is not gonna be it. So yeah. Anyways, I digress. What was I talking about earlier? Yeah, so what's gonna happen is Griffin Harkonnen is gonna track down. I'm trying to give you some background here of what's gonna happen with Valia Harkonnen, because she's gonna be the main kind of baddie in this show, I'm guessing. Is Griffin's gonna actually eventually find Vorian Atreides, and Vorian Atreides actually he saves him from getting murdered or executed by the Fremen, because the Fremen send some people to kidnap him in his little like hotel or whatever you want to call it room in Arrakeen. I think it's in Arrakeen, and they realize that this because he's asking around for Vorian and all this stuff. You know, Vorian want to get him. He's kind of dumb, honestly, in the book. He's a little bit stupid. He's just out there flamboyantly asking, I want to kill him. I want to find him. Do you know where he is? And so basically, the Fremen got spies everywhere. So then they go into his room, abduct him, and take him out in the desert. And he's like, basically, they're beating him up and questioning him and torturing him. And then Vorian's there because he was already kind of hanging out with the Fremen. And he's like, it's you, and all this stuff. And then he's like, don't kill him. Don't kill him. He doesn't know what he's doing. Vorian felt bad later for banishing, because he could have went much more lenient on Abelard Harkonnen. He could have just been like, hey, this guy is a hero even though he made a mistake. He could have just been like, hey, bust him down in rank, and then maybe give him lashings or some crap. But no, they wanted him to get killed. So, or the government that wanted him to be murdered, executed. But so Vorian actually convinced him just to freaking banish him to that planet. A crappy planet. The Harkonnens are on a crappy planet. It's like rocky and wintry. Which is not Gidi Prime, that's later. They're actually from Seleucus Secundus. Yeah, see, the problem with Dune is the regular, you always know Gidi Prime, but there's actually a planet before that is where they're from. And it's called, why can't I remember the name of it? What the heck? Someone tell me in the chat quick. I'm having to look it up. Dude, my brain is not going well today. Here, I'll look this up. This will be a good way. Her planet is Lankavale. Boom. I don't know why I was brain farting that. I had to look it up real quick. Yeah, so Lankavale is where they're actually Harkonnens started getting their hatred for Atreides. Okay, so that's kind of their origin planet. It's not really where they're originally from. Originally, they all lived over there in Seleucus Secundus. So we all know Seleucus Secundus as the Sardaukar training whatever base planet. But later on, it's not anymore. Or earlier, it was actually the nice planet to live. So we'll find out. Maybe we'll find out in this show what happened, why it's jacked up. We'll see. Anyways, Lanka Vale is a crappy planet, and they got banished. So then that's why they, of course, I told you earlier, they're really pissed off. The Harkonnens. Valia joins the Sisterhood when she's young, so she can eventually try to get revenge on the Atreides. And then her brother Griffin goes to track down Vorian Atreides. Vorian Atreides helps him. He starts having a change of heart. Griffin Harkonnen's like, hey, you really aren't. He tells him the truth. Vorian Atreides like, hey, this is what happened. Your great grandfather or whatever was a jerk, man. And I tried to. They wanted to murder him, so I banished them to try to keep him alive. The Imperial, the Imperium wanted him executed for betraying us during that battle. But I said, no, don't kill him. And that's what happened. But then he felt bad for the banishment, and then he saves them. So they start becoming a little bit like buddies. Because Vorian feels so bad about what happened to the Harkonnens. Because he actually likes the Harkonnens. He felt bad. He just was pissed at that time because it was that thing that happened with the battle. He was really good. Like, his best friend was a Harkonnen who sacrificed himself killing Iblis Ginjo. Flew him right into the star. That was the first thing that tarnished the Harkonnen name, even though he's doing something good. But only him and only Vorian knew the truth. So he knew that the Harkonnens actually were good guys at that time. But yeah, it all devolved. So Griffin, what happens is, remember I told you earlier that there was two other test tube siblings of Vorian Atreides that get awakened by some Butlerians. They stumble upon this AI making machine lab, and they start hitting switches and stuff, and it opens up. They see there's two humans in capsules. So they think, oh, humans, they're us, the good guys. No, they were other test tube baby subjects of Agamemnon, the father of Vorian as well. And they release, and they were already trained, tuned with hatred of humans and all that, and they were basically super assassins ready to go. Right? Like universal soldiers. Instead of Vorian was not like that. But like he was kind of raised not in that tube. So they come out and they start killing everybody. Torturing people, ripping eyeballs out, all kinds of crazy stuff. They don't care. And then they want to go find Vorian. It was a brother and sister. I can't remember their names. And they find him eventually on Dune. There's a whole thing. They kill. And it's funny because Griffin and Vorian are about to be buddies, and they're going to go back together. Griffin's basically like, hey, you're not bad. I realize that now. We're going to go back and we're going to heal the wounds of the families. Boom, those two assassins show up, and they kill Griffin. And he's like, damn. There's a whole thing. His Fremen kind of girlfriend, not really. Vorian had a kind of a Fremen girlfriend, not really though. They're just kind of like more like best friends, kind of acquaintances. But I don't know. Never really goes anywhere like romantically that I remember, but close. And because she sacrifices, I think, herself for to divert a worm, I think. And then Vorian gets away. He saves. I think he ends up. They all die except for him. So he basically tricks. They never been to Dune before. The two assassins. Those are his brother and sister technically. They're chasing him down across this desert, and they'd never been there before, so they don't know about worms, right? And Vorian's been riding worms at this point, so he's like, no one's writing in the chat, so I'm just freaking blabbing here. But anyways, and he tricks him. I think he throws a thumper or something when he's running, or something happens, and then he gets up on a rock, and they're like, "We're gonna get you," and then a worm comes. That's basically what happens. They get eaten by a worm, so they're out of the picture. They're gone. They pretty much can't be killed. They're pretty much like invulnerable, so to speak. Anybody that comes against them dies. Those two assassin brother and sisters, except for the Fremen. Fremen put up a good fight, and they were like, "Oh, these." That's a funny part of the book. They're like, "Hey, these people are pretty tough. We've only killed 6 of them. Some of them are getting by." That's pretty funny. Good book, man. I really like Sister Dune. Good book, actually. Good. So I think that this screenshot here is oh, I don't want to play that. I think that was Wallach 9. So that's older Valia Atreides. Don't know who that's going to be over here. Maybe her newest sister. So they're sisters. And then when they take the poison, their Reverend Mother. She fakes taking the poison earlier on. Because she finds out some big thing here. Man, we're not getting really any viewers here tonight, are we? Raquella, the Reverend Mother, was hiding a this is a spoiler. This might be in the show too. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it though. This could be a big spoiler for the show. So if you do find this video later on, or you're watching now and you don't want to know, but they're gonna find that the Sisterhood are using a AI machine, supercomputer. I said it earlier, to track all the genetics and bloodlines, to do all their genetic tracking, because they want to start breeding, right, and all that stuff. Breed out all the people they don't like, essentially, and breed people on the throne in that they can control, which is what we get in End of Dune, right? They thousands of years of breeding got Paul, right? They're using a computer to do that. So they have like this. At this point, the computer is kind of broken apart and thrown into that other planet, but they still have the record, I believe, on a little like chip, like a memory stick thing, and I think they still have the records. So I'm not sure if they're gonna show that in the show. You gotta imagine there's Butlerians going around here, where all technology is supposed to be wiped out, all advanced tech. So they're not supposed to have stuff like that. Anything that was AI made from the thinking machines. So I think that might end up being the secret in this show that they're gonna reveal. This looks like some sort of funeral scene. Maybe someone tried to. Maybe it's Raquella dies. Maybe. I don't know who this is gonna be here. Someone's either tried the poison and died, or it's Reverend Mother Raquella passed, and then Valia's in charge now. I don't know. Because you have to understand, I don't know if they're going to do it in the show, but it's a split. There's basically 2 factions of sisterhood going on here. There's the ones that want to be true again on Wallach 9. Then there's some that are kind of their own motives, working directly for the Emperor and stuff. So they're probably going to have that rift in the show, I'm guessing. Because some of them snitched. That's what happened. Some of them snitched on them that they had a computer and all that stuff. They're walking. Looks like definitely someone passed. Somebody's flying in at the same time. So I don't know what's going on with this. I wonder if this is just in the beginning of the show. They're gonna show us someone's trying to become a Reverend Mother and they die and then they bury him. I don't know. Okay, so here we have a space highliner. Hopefully I don't get copyright strike. I'm not playing the video, so I shouldn't. So the highliners are different in the movies and in the book. In the movies, they're kind of like a warp portal, like a Stargate kind of thing, where you fly through one end and you come out on the other end in another location. That's not really how they work in the book, to my recollection. They actually a ship. You dock with it. You'll dock with the big one. Well, not even that. You just have these ships that are folding ships, so you just ride on them like a ship. I don't think they're doing those giant highliners yet until later, but they're kind of doing that in the show, which is fine, I guess, because people will recognize that. I guess it's supposed to be just like a big ship that jumps and it just appears in the next spot. It's just kind of like a space folding, because you have to understand they have faster than light ships. already in Dune. They just don't fold space. So they have ships, they have space folding ships that are point to point, instantaneous, basically instantaneous. Or you have faster than light, which can travel fast, but you're talking months, 6 months, a year, like sometimes months to get to a different star system. So they have the capability of travel, but that just takes too long, right? So space folding. And of course, we all know that spice is used by Spacing Guild, which doesn't exist yet. You have to understand that. There's no guild, Spacing Guild yet. There shouldn't be in this show. Should be a conglomerate of companies that kind of have their own tech. The main one being Venport Holdings. Venport is where Norma Senva. So I don't know if we're gonna see her in the show. That'd be pretty cool. I hope, man. I'll be pumped if they show, if she was, because Norma Senva can fold space herself at will, so she can just jump herself around. She doesn't need a Holtzman engine, so that's pretty interesting. I don't know if they're gonna. Oh, I think the divide in the sister during the time period is between Butlerian sympathizers and sisters that want. Yeah, that's exactly right. You're 100% right, Brandon. That's exactly what it was. Some of them were, some of the sisters are against AI totally. They're Butlerian sympathizers, and Valia and Raquella and all them. They want to use the machine to manipulate bloodlines, and then they go and snitch to the Emperor. He comes back, kills a bunch of them, disbands the school. Some of them eventually go start and Walk 9 and start this other school, and some of them are going to go, which is what we're going to see, and are loyal to the Emperor and all that, and the throne. So you are 100% right on that. And that's basically what we're set up probably for the show. That's going to be interesting. I am really curious if we're going to see Norma Senva show up here or not in this show. Because she can just warp in on your throne room. She does that in Mentats, I believe, in the beginning. She just warps into Emperor Salvador's throne room. And she's like, I'm here. And she's all mutated now because she's the ultimate Spacing Guild navigator. But they're not guild yet. They're just so it's privately owned. The folding ships are privately owned and developed, and the technology is held by the Joseph Venport. He's got the best ones. There's other companies too that have folding ships, but they're not using those, like Spacing Guild navigators are not as good. So they like warp and have, it's like 50-50. It's like 60-40 chances, 50-50 chances you just die. So if you warp, you're rolling some dice there if you now, but with the spice navigators, it's pretty much 100% you're good. They know how to plot the points. So let's forward this a little bit to the next screen. So there's ships coming out of the Highliner, going down to, I guess, Wallach 9, I'm guessing, in this scene. I wonder if we're going to see flashbacks of Salvador breaking up their party. So it looks like Salvador is gone, and you got this new emperor now. I don't know if they're actually just redoing it or what we're gonna have, because I gotta see. Let me pull up the cast list here. Let's see here. Let's see, Dune. I'm interested in see Emperor Javico is his name in this one, so that's like, yeah. Then right there, is that his Empress? Yeah, so that's his wife, Empress Natalia. So that's not the same one that they're her. So in the books, Emperor Salvador's wife hates him. She won't touch him or nothing, right? And so after a while, he tries to make her like, hey, maybe there's a chance she'll love me one day, and then it just never happens. So he just basically, screw you, okay, whatever. And he does his own thing. And so she's like, he actually finds joy in it later that he can screw with her family in a funny way. And it's in Mentats of Dune, but But that doesn't seem like it's these characters. So that's in the books. That's the Emperor Javico, and then Empress. So I'm wondering if the same thing's going on here. She just probably hates him or something. Who knows? Or she might even be his sister, maybe. I don't know. Because they want to get him on the throne. We'll see. I don't know. So the Imperial Council, there's like they all have their own. If you look in the crowd there, they all have a lot of them have their own little sisterhood, Reverend Mother, whatnot. Well, I don't know if they're all Reverend Mothers, but that's pretty interesting. The Truth Sayers, they're called. They can tell if somebody's lying. There's a pretty cool throne room scene in Mentats of Dune the book. That's pretty good. So this is Seleucus Secundus, I'm thinking. This is Seleucus Secundus at this time, should be. Because they haven't moved to Kitane yet. As far as I know. As far as my recollection, they haven't moved to Kitane yet. So it looks like they're gonna try and get Valia. Maybe this is a flashback when they're young. So I think that's Empress. I think that's the same as the Empress. No, that's Princess Yanez. I think, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, because there's people in here that are not in the book. Except for Valia. Maybe Sister Francesca is in there? I don't think she is either. I'm not seeing a whole lot of any names here other than Valia Harkonnen from the books, guys. In some of the... We'll see what happens. So yeah, I think they're going to try and marry... She's probably a sister. They're trying to marry her into the royal family, I'm guessing. So that's her. It's probably when they get married, or it's probably a flashback or something. Because there's supposed to be a Emperor Salvador's. Yeah, it wasn't nuked yet. Does Seleucus Secundus get nuked, or is it, or does it just get messed up some other way? I can't remember. Earth is nuked. Earth gets nuked in the Balerian Jihad. The humans nuke it. we nuke it ourselves to kill off the machines and send a message. We nuke to oblivion, never to be lived on again. Pretty much, like destroy the atmosphere and everything. So yeah, you can tell right here she hates the Emperor, and I'm thinking that's her when she's young. So I'm guessing it's a flashback. They put her in place there to be... I don't know. It could be... I don't know for sure, but... I don't know where that is. So more Sisterhood. Walk 9. That's her... This is Tula. So she's from the books, actually. I believe it's Tula Harkonnen. Yeah, Tula. So she's the younger sister of Valia Harkonnen. Valia brings her in after she drinks the poison. So she actually drinks the poison at her house back on her planet. And then she's like, "Oh, okay, now I survived." So what happens is Griffin Vorian, trying to be nice, was like, "Hey," and puts a nice letter, sends his body back to Lankavale to the family when Valia's there back because they've already got kind of disbanded. The body shows up and there's a note, and they only see it as a spit in their faces, so it makes them hate him even more. Even though it was like this heartfelt note, like, "Hey, he was a great guy," all this stuff, right? Vorian's writing in the letter, and they're just seeing like he's spitting in our faces. That's funny. She gets even more mad. Later on, pulls her sister when they're younger into the sisterhood. So that's who that's going to be right there. So is it is she holding the little data stick in her hand? Is that what she's giving her, or what? I don't know. And she plays somebody from another house, I guess. I guess she's some Indian actress. Maybe like an Atreides thing or something, foreshadowing. So I guess I'm assuming that's more Seleucus Secundus. Guessing. Actually, this could be. Is this Caladan? Caladan is a seafaring planet on fishing, and now it's kind of getting built up now during this time period. It was really a backwatered planet. It gets nuked by one of the. Okay, yeah, I couldn't remember when it gets. We'll probably see it in the show if the show does good. I'm guessing, or maybe that's how they end the series. It gets nuked, or something. See what happens, I guess. What do you guys think? That could be Caladan, huh? It doesn't look the same as that Golden Palace. I don't know. We'll find. We'll see. More Emperor Javico. I guess that's more Seleucus. Partying in there. This guy's the right here. He's the bastard son of Javico, I believe. He's probably going to her to get spice the party. And I don't know what she's a Fremen, I guess. I'm guessing. I don't know. I don't know what role she is Michaela, so I don't know what the heck her role in this is. All this show's I really have no idea. Yeah, because it was not very built up. Caladan wasn't very built up during these times. It was very fishing village like, right? So then, but you don't really see what happens after Vorian leaves. So he's kind of estranged from his kids. Remember that he was really in love with that lady in the Battle of Corrin book. It's because every time he goes and comes back, it's like years go back. So she's like he's staying the same age because he doesn't age, and he comes back. She's like, next thing you know, she's 30. He goes away, fights more battles, comes back, she's 40. He's staying the same age, goes back because he knows his secret, but nobody else does. He's 50, comes back 60. Finally, she's like 80, right? And he's like, I still love you, but I gotta go. But the sons, he's kind of estranged from his sons, and they kind of don't. He's kind of a bad dad, but they kind of just do their own thing. So it keeps in the trailer. He's basically like, there's people all around me that want to. They're drinking spice beer. Look at that. Look at that color. 100%. They're drinking spice beer or something, spice wine. I don't really know in the story what he is. So he's basically, I think spice production is getting jacked up on Dune, right? And that's what I'm guessing. Yeah, Vorian was with the final chick he was with. Their old I don't remember the name of his wife on Caladan. Was Laronica, or I can't remember. Because that other dude raised his sons. Remember that fisherman guy, and he knew it. And then he gets killed by fishing accident, a creature or something. Because there's like, so Caladan has all these like monsters and stuff on it, sea monsters. So a lot of people don't realize Caladan has all these sea monsters everywhere. That if you go out too far, if you go out deep sea fishing, essentially, there's like giant freaking sea monsters and stuff that kill people all the time. So that's one, yeah. So that's, I think he gets killed by one of them, saves the kids or something. But it's Vorian Atreides' kids, but the guy didn't really know that. He knew it wasn't his kids, but he didn't care. Some other dude loved her. like hella loved her. And she's like, screw it, I guess I'll just. Vorian's gone all the time, so I'm just gonna point this other dude, I guess. But he was okay with it. He wanted her to like have a real life for the kids and stuff. Because he knew he could never have a normal life with anybody because of all his namesake. He's basically not immortal. He's just like Strider from Lord of the Rings. He lives for hella long. Like not Legolas. Why can't I think of his dang name? The main guy, Aragon. He's like Aragon. You know, Aragon lives forever too. Not forever, but lives for like 300, 400, 500 years. I think Vorian lives longer than that, but yeah. So I guess these guys are after this want the throne. So these guys look like they're plotting. No, this is Harkonnen people. I think this is Harkonnen people plotting. Yeah. I wonder who this guy is. He's a Harkonnen of some sort. This guy's a Harkonnen. So I wonder if I'll be mad if this is like Griffin, or one of the ones that's dead and that's not supposed to be alive. But we'll find out. I guess we'll see. More Javico. He's making a deal with him. So he is Travis Fimmel, big time actor, right? He played Ragnar. He played in the Warcraft movie, World of Warcraft. I mean, this guy's a big time actor. Desmond Hart. That's not ringing a bell to me. Well, Erasmus was the AI bot. Because Gibraltar has his jail sphere still hiding. So that guy's like on thin ice too. Because like there actually is scene in, I think it's in Sisterhood of Dune. It might be Mentat's book, where so Gibraltar was that human, that Erasmus was the AI thinking machine that freaking was the Dr. Mengele of the AI, essentially, right? He killed freaking the little kid. He essentially started the Butlerian Jihad because he threw off Serena Butler's kid off the balcony, right? In this first book. But he's a jerk, and he's like, I didn't do anything wrong. Right? Omnus is about to wipe him and kill him. Remember? Omnus is like, hey, you idiot. The Omnus hive mind, the AI mind, is like, hey, you moron, you started the he didn't say it like this, I'm making fun of it. So you idiot, you started the frickin' human revolt, dude. Now look at what you did. Because you killed that kid. That's funny to me. But Erasmus basically takes Gibraltus, a wildling slave human kid, turns him into his, the first Mentat, essentially. And then he goes and starts the Mentat school. So we're gonna see probably that in the show, the Mentat school. Maybe. But he's hiding Erasmus's jail sphere, his memory sphere. He's hiding in his bookshelf. so he's like the most offending human of all time from the Butlerians, but they don't know it, right? But it's pretty funny. I don't know if they're gonna have him in this show or not, or any of these, because he's got life extension too. What happens to him? I haven't finished I'm doing Mentats of Dune right now, guys. So once I finish Mentats of Dune, I'll probably do a I read it a long time ago. I don't remember any of it, so I'm doing an audiobook. Like right now, actually, I was listening to today in the car. I'm in the beginning of the book though. I was in between. I was reading, dude. At one point, I was reading 3 books at a time because I was doing Winds of Dune. I was doing Paul of Dune, Winds of Dune, and then this Mentats of Dune at the same time. So I said, screw it. I'm just gonna focus, since the show's coming out. I'm gonna focus on Mentats of Dune, the Navigators of Dune next, and then I'm gonna focus on that right now. Then go back to the other stuff later. So I don't know what he's gonna play. He's doing something for he wants. I know he says he wants to wipe out the Sisterhood. So that's different. You usually don't. These kind of Butlerian kind of guys don't want to wipe out humans per se unless they get caught with technology. So I don't know if he's a Balerian guy. Is he a what is he? I don't know. Nobody knows. So he gives me vibes of like but he has his legs, so he's definitely not Manfred Toronto. Manfred Toronto is that dude missing his legs, the Butlerian. He blew his legs off. He was the bodyguard of Serena Butler, right? Or no, he was the bodyguard of the other one, the bald one. The one that survived. The sister of her or the niece? Who was the one who survived, who carried on the Butlerian name and all that kind of thing? She's pretty much made the Butlerians. It wasn't really Serena Butler. It was the niece, or the one that survived the virus and lost all her hair. She was a young one. She was young, and then she wakes up, or all her family's dead. I can't remember what planet it's on. Because what happens is during the Balerian Wars, Erasmus makes that virus bomb, dude. The super virus bomb, starts shooting these torpedoes at planets, and they can get through the shields because there's no AI on them. He sends these dumb fire torpedoes essentially. They blow up in atmospheres and they spread super freaking virus, super Ebola, and starts killing all the humans like in the millions. And one of the girls, she's a butler. She survives. She wakes up and she's like walking through the house, and then everyone's dead. She's like, oh, I hate machines. And then she's like smashing like computer monitors and stuff. Everyone else is like walking around the streets like, the survivors, we got messed up. What are we? And she's just out there like smashing machines and stuff, and like, and then basically everyone's like, oh, she's pissed. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. But she ends up being the one that really starts the Balerians. And I believe Manfred Toronto's, yeah, because Serena Butler gets killed by a suicide bomb, right? I can't remember how that played out. I thought Serena Butler suicide bombed herself, didn't she? But then they used Iblis Ginjo to set it all up, right? He put like a bomb in one of the bodyguards or her sisters or sisterhood or one of her maids or whatever. I don't remember that part of the book. Yeah, Raina Butler, but hey Brandon, do you remember when Serena dies? It's a suicide bomb, right? But then isn't it like, is it her or is it somebody that Iblis Ginjo rigged up and sent there to get her because he wanted her to be a martyr, right? I can't remember exactly how it went down off the top of my head. Iblis Ginjo set up the bomb, right? Because he wanted to turn her into a martyr and then blame it on the machines. And then that other Harkonnen guy, and then Vorian figure it out, and then they fly him into the sun. They fly that dude into it. That dude's evil, dude. Iblis Ginjo. He had like Bene Gesserit kind of powers, right? He had like the. He was using. He had the power. He had the voice. He had like voice persuasion, and didn't really know it. Kind of knew it, and he would just talk to the crowds and they're like, "Yeah, we believe you." But he was basically had like this Bene Gesserit power, natural ability. He was just this evil guy, and he was using Serena Butler and the Butlerian Jihad stuff for his own personal reasons. Because he just was a freaking dick. Yeah, and he even tries to bring back he makes the deal, right? Didn't he make the Iblis Ginjo makes the deal with the Simek, what's her damn name? The female Simek that comes back from deep space. Because she just wants to mess with the other ones. Yeah, I think she might end up doing it herself, but it was like Iblis's idea or something, or I can't remember what happened. Yeah, the Imperium was just like basically at that time was like, no, we just need to stop. We just need to like isolate again or whatever and stop fighting them. It's weird. Weird. Yeah, so I don't know who he's gonna play. I guess he's gonna go and try and wipe out the Sisterhood. I guess so it might be just be that simple because the Sisterhood is a threat to the Emperor. I guess. I wonder whose eye that is. Not a blue eye. So there's like a some sort of building getting eaten by a worm out here. I don't know if if it's a Bene Gesserit citadel or something. Because remember, Bene Gesserit are on Dune. They're gonna well, they're not Bene Gesserit yet, but the Sisterhood. They're gonna start spreading their word eventually on Dune to control the spice production and all that, influence everything. Yeah, so this worm takes out this thing. Cool as hell. Back to here, he's in some secret. He's in some kind of secret chamber. He's gonna see there's problems. Someone sabotaging spice harvesters. Old school spice harvester getting harvest or getting sabotaged. Let's see here. More Valia. We're back on, I guess, Lucis or somewhere. And then that's definitely not a Paladin. Probably ain't this high speed yet. Zeko. I don't know if you're still watching. Yeah, but that's on TikTok over there. I got someone watching on TikTok. If you guys are watching on, all of you guys are on YouTube, or most of you, I believe you're on YouTube. I do got a TikTok Arrakis Central channel. I'm streaming two at the same time right now. So there's Valia, Atreides, or correction, I can't Atreides, Harkonnen. Looks like her new student, you know, sister in training is this girl. I don't know who that is though. Sister Theodosia, her name is, in, I guess, on the casting here. Okay, so that's fine. I wonder she's gonna be teaching her the tricks of the trade, I guess. Bringing her into the eventually being make her a Reverend Mother, I guess. So here, this is supposed to be another house. I was thinking this was the well, he wouldn't be with his sister. So I thought this was Joseph Venport at first, but then he's dead by now. So this is another house probably that's plotting. Back over here, the Emperor. I wonder if this is gonna be his brother. He's brought her. I don't know. Maybe to seduce him. I don't know. He's here again, vowing, you know, giving his support to the Emperor to go and track down. It says he gets it. So this is the part of this I didn't understand. They said he's given a power. He has a power. So I don't know. He has some kind of power. See, this looks like Caladan, dude. Right here. What do you guys think? This I think she went to the planet thinking machines. I think I might have already, yeah, we talked about that. I just don't remember exactly how. I know she got blown up there, but I can't remember exactly how, if she did it or if somebody else did it. Was it something where Iblis was gonna have someone suicide just in case he didn't do it? That way it happened regardless? Is that what it was? I can't remember. He's coming out of some throne control room or something. Oh, he's meeting with her. 'Cause we don't know exactly his role yet. That's the thing. I don't know. Is he basically working both sides? Does he hate the sisterhood? Does he blame them for something? I guess we'll find out. We're gonna find out what his thing is. What if that's like his mom or something? And he blames them for having being a messed up child. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. This is definitely some sort of. This is definitely Wallach 9. I'm thinking. It's probably. I bet you this is the opening of the show. First episode. Sook Doctor. So I believe the first Sook Doctor is actually Atreides, isn't it? Isn't it like the granddaughter? The first Sook Doctor was the granddaughter of Vorin Atreides, and he actually meets her. They actually are. No, I don't think that was Lankavale. I think this might be. I don't think that's Lankavale. I think this might be Wallach 9. I guess it could be Lankavale. It looks like it. Had the crappy rockscape. I was thinking this was Wallach 9, the Bene Gesserit planet, or the Sisterhood planet, but you might be right. So the Sook Doctors are actually like almost interrogators too in the books. They're called my scalpel. What does he call them? What is Salvador call them? My scalpel doctors or something like that. Yeah, because I don't. Yeah, it's hard to tell if this is Wallach 9 or Lankavale. It could be either or. Either way, we don't know. I think this is the Sisterhood planet, though. Wallach 9. So this is the part in the trailer where he says, "I have a power." So can he see things? Is he like basically a descendant of Iblis Ginjo or something? Can he see? Does he have foresight powers? You know what I'm saying? Can you see it? So that looks like she went through a Crusader test, maybe? Or spice agony, I don't know. Not spice, but not spice agony, but a poisoning. It's just like, because this looks like she's burning, but is that, I don't know. So this is a vision, obviously, right here. That's a vision. So I feel like we're gonna see when Valia Harkonnen takes the poison. I think maybe like a flashback. But they're making an agreement. They're gonna work. So that's definitely not Caladan. I don't think this looks like the palace. Okay, so let's go forward a little bit more. That's the guy that's basically the Carino's bastard son. I don't really know what his role is going to be in this show. So right here, dude, this looks like these guys are kind of are these Butlerians or are they? So maybe this guy is the founder of the Sardaukar. Maybe that's what this is. Maybe that's what we're. Maybe that's what. Maybe that because I don't think these are Butlerians, jihadis. Maybe they're gonna. Maybe he's gonna. Maybe this is gonna be how he helps the Emperor, the Carinos, hold power. Maybe he's gonna be the founder of the. So that'd be interesting. That'd be a cool story, right? Because look at their swords, dude. They're like holding all the same. Yeah, the Balerians. I don't feel. It doesn't feel like they're gonna show us those. I don't know. I don't feel like we're. I don't feel like. I don't know. I feel like they're gonna leave it out, guys. I don't think we're gonna get Butlerian jihadis in the show. I think they're gonna cut it. I don't know. It's just the vibe I get. Yeah, because look at these guys. These are not Butlerians, dude. They have masks and so on. These are Sardaukar guys. These are gonna be Sardaukar, I think. What do you guys think? I think he's the founding father of the Sardaukar. I think that's what the tool he's gonna give the Emperor. And that's how he's basically gonna rein in all these factions and hold power throughout the universe here. And this guy is a Atreides, isn't he? Yeah, this guy's an Atreides. Maybe so. It looks like he's gonna be one of the Atreides founders, or early Atreides. Another worm coming through, tearing. Damn, they're tearing up another building. I wonder if the Fremen are doing this, or if somebody luring these worms to do dirty work for them. That'd be pretty interesting. Tula again. Turn off a lot. Okay, so this part I remember from the trailer earlier. So at first I thought this was the Death Machine factory that they dropped down on that planet in the Battle Corn book, or was it Machine Crusade book, where they drop like this factory down on a planet and it just starts grabbing up everything, and the factory has like swarm drone things, and it can go out and it brings more stuff into the factory and it creates more robots and stuff. Got automated like death factory that the AI can drop on your planet. It's badass, but I don't think that this is it. I think this is, yeah, it's not, because there's people up here. You can see. This is a destruction I think this is a thinking machine junkyard planet. Yeah, there's guys up here. See? There's people. So it's definitely not that. So it's basically this is we're dismantling robots. Look at this. You can kind of see this robot over here, guys. You can kind of see he's like this remnant of a death bot here. Shoulders there and some legs maybe. That'd be cool if we see a flashback of the Butlerian Jihad in the show, dude. I will lose my mind. If they show us a flashback of any Butlerian Jihad, like thinking machine battle stuff, I'll forgive some of the omissions of the story. That'd be pretty cool. There's like a guy down here too. Looks like standing there. It looks like they're melting down the old thinking machines. Yeah, that's a guy down here. There's a person down here. So then they're back with the sisters. So it looks like they're fighting those Sardaukar guys. Are they escaping? They have shields on. So it looks like that Atreides guy is gonna escape, or the girl's gonna help him escape. To get off the planet, maybe back to Caladan, possibly. Who's that? This is not that. I can't really see who's riding that. I don't know who's riding that horse right there. I couldn't really tell. This guy is just a womanizer, it looks like. Getting hookers. So he's the Javiko's bastard son, I believe. The Emperor's son. So her, I still don't know her part in this show. Is she a jihadi? Is she a Fremen? Is she, I don't know. Makela? Guess we'll find out. I don't really have any theories for her, guys. She has blue eyes. She's definitely has spice going. I don't know what they're gonna have her be. So there's her again. This girl is going through the poison. Become a Reverend Mother. She's gonna have her vision. Looks like. So you have vision, and you go through, and you see all the Reverend Mothers before you. Oh, it's her. That she's the one that's gonna become the. I think she's gonna die. Probably. Hold on 1 second. But sorry, I had a quick phone call. Yeah, so she's going through her poison vision, her transformation to Reverend Mother. I bet you she dies. So this, I think this is a flashback, guys. I think, I think this is young Valia Harkonnen getting her powers. I think this is going to be a flashback. She uses the voice for the first time against this person. And I wonder if this is where a flashback to Sisterhood of Dune. Because Valia does push a chick off a cliff, doesn't she? That's the chick that's going to blow the lid on the computer. Yeah, so maybe that's this scene. I don't know. That'd be pretty cool if they do that. If they do that, I'll forgive a lot. They show some. She's gonna control her with the voice and not gonna be able to pop. No, but she faked taking the spice. So I can't. It has to be after later. She was not a Reverend Mother. She couldn't use the voice yet. Well, you can use the voice without being a No, you can use the voice without being a Reverend Mother. Because Lady Jessica does it. Yeah, so that could be that flashback scene. But I don't think she uses the voice on her in that book. But what is what it is. Pretty cool. Look, it looks like a cool scene. But she's like basically, well. I don't know. We'll see what they do. They're gonna condense this stuff for sure. They're probably gonna have her taking the poison earlier. He pulls out a little blade. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, someone's getting that spice, that water of life here. See that blue eye? I don't know who that is. So that was the Gom Jabbar right there. So she's definitely something to do with her Atreides. You know how I know? Maybe the Reverend, maybe she's a boom right because the bull right here. The grandmother, maybe she's gonna be marry that Kieran guy. One of the founders of House Atreides. Because look, well, House Atreides I think is already around, I believe. But they're very small, I think. But look right here, the bull. So that's definitely Atreides. A nod to Atreides right there. Our Conan world was also mostly ocean. Was that mostly ocean? I thought it was all snowy. Ocean, but it's real snowy and crappy, right? Lampedale. Oh, Lankaville. Yeah. Well, I talked about that earlier. Yeah. Lankaville is where the Harkonnens were banished to. Yeah, Lankaville is where they were banished to. Was it also oceans? It's like frozen oceans, right? Like real unhospitable. You're right about it because they fished there too, right? I think I remember that from the book. But unlike Caladan, it's like basically it's like snowing all year long or something like that. It's horrible place to live. That's why they're so pissed as well. Yeah, I think these guys are Atreides. Maybe not. Maybe they're the first Sardaukar. Maybe these are their first starter car or something. Who knows? The sandworm coming in. There they are again. There's people back here though, sitting here. Look. Huh. Maybe these are the first start. There's people drinking, chilling, drinking water here. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what this is all about. It's some kind of ceremony. So she's definitely going to control this lady here with the voice and make her kill herself. Oh. So yeah, that's gonna happen. We kind of see that coming. I don't know who she is, but her name is she in the show? Or is she in the casting call? She's not in the casting call. Not really. So more visions. So she is somebody, Reverend. She's a Reverend Mother. I'm not sure. We really don't know what her role is going to be. And this is the part of the trailer where Valia is like saying, "We're innocent. We're nobody. We're just in school for girls. We're just nobodies." Yeah, right. You're really running the whole entire universe. Because they really are running the whole show behind the scenes. Really, I mean, in a lot of cases. Fast forwarding 10,000 years, they're just doing it from the shadows, right? That's their thing. Like up to the point of Dune, they really are influencing everything. Every little action is controlled by them. So the part that's not in the book, remember in Dune Part 2 when she's like, "Oh, I basically ordered House Atreides be liquidated." That's not really in the book, right? It really was. The Emperor was hated him, but that's, I mean, that is what it is. And boom, that's the end right there. She's got a knife. She starts cutting through the starter car. I think they're starter car. So I guess these Sardaukar are gonna come after the sisterhood, and she's gonna go through them like a knife through butter. That'd be a pretty interesting scene. Yeah, I think those are the first Sardaukar. I think that's what's gonna be this main thing of the show. Those are gonna be the guys that November 17th, right there, guys. Wow, went through that whole trailer in about, man, how long have we been going? An hour and 40 minutes. Oh, okay. Wow, thanks for watching. Actually, I have 5 people here. Still nobody on TikTok, but that's cool. November 17th. November 17th. Ooh. Remember that date. Yeah, there's some names in here. Sour Jen. Sister Francesca. I don't think she's in the book. Michaela. I'm really interested in who that Michaela girl with the blue, with the eyes of Abad are. I want to see. I want to know what her role is going to be. There's that one lady looking at the bull. That's definitely a Atreides thing going on there. I think this is going to be a good show, guys. I don't think it'll be horrible. I don't think it's going to be a. I don't think it's going to be. Are you going to do reviews? Yeah, so I'm going to do reviews of each episode. I probably will. I will probably yeah, maybe I'll go live every Sunday night right after like this. So I'll finish the episode and then go live and then do like maybe, might only be a short because I've worked Mondays, but it might be short live, but it might be I'll do like 20 minutes of non-spoiler and then do a little disclaimer and then go into spoilers maybe. I'll have to take dang notes. I'll have to take notes. Yeah, but yeah, this might be a bad take, or some hardcore Doom people, which I consider myself hardcore Doom, but I won't be too mad if it strays from the books per se. I'm more worried about the show quality. So is it gonna be all I'll put it this way. I only want Dune politics in my Dune show. You know what I'm saying? And with the way shows are going these days, we know how all that stuff gets put in stuff. So I'll leave it at that. I want only politics I want in the show is Dune politics of that you know of that universe. If I get that, these actors all look good. We know that Emily Watson can act. We know that Travis Fimmel, Mark Strong. We got Mark Strong. We know he can act. And yeah, so I think HBO won't let this show be ruined like that. Because the Penguin, dude, the Penguin is good. So and that show's awesome. And Mark Strong's in that. So we'll see. I'm guessing it's gonna be good. I'm hoping. I don't need it to be like the best thing ever made, but I just need it to be good. Like a good 7 out of 10 show. That's all. And then I don't need it to be the best thing I've ever seen in my life, but I just don't want it to ruin the movies. That's what I'm worried about. That's really what I'm worried about. Because I like Dune Part 1 to Dune Part 2, even though they stray a lot from the book. But the movies are very good, well-made movies. Well acted, everything, right? So that's what kind of I'm hoping that these don't ruin. So what came out that ruins the movies? Well, pretty much everything Disney, Star Wars ruins all the old movies. A lot of the Star Trek stuff, the new Star Trek stuff, except for I liked Picard season 3 was really good. Everything else kind of maybe the first season of Strange New Worlds was pretty good. But a lot of the stuff these days comes out and it ruins the source material, like the Lord of the Rings stuff, dude. I do not like it. The Rings of Power. It's just too. The complaints for that show are not some of the stuff that other people have, but it's just like it's too clean, right? That's too clean for Lord of the Rings. It's got to be a little more gritty. That's why the old movies look so good, because he has dirty hair and their outfits look worn and that kind of stuff, right? Just mud on them and wear and tear, and it's just, yeah, I don't know. Oh, I'll get off that little high horse, but yeah, so that's all I really got for tonight, guys. I was gonna jump over this next little thing real quick. So they did an interview. Dune Prophecy promises intrigue, power, the rise of the Bene Gesserit, which is what we want. A huge fan of Dune novels. This guy, see here, he pretty much says all that. It's supposed to be great. So they did a New York Comic Con table, and then they talked about the show, and it looks like it's gonna be pretty good. That would have been kind of cool too. So I don't know. It looks like the show could be hit or miss for some of these people. I think the trailer looks good. Jordan Goldberg at the Dune Prophecy panel. So he's the guy that's making the show, right? He's the showrunner of this. I haven't met a Dune fan who doesn't want to know more about Bene Gesserit. Showrunner, executive producer, Allison. So she's the showrunner. Shapker. Look her up. Is that the lady at the end there? That's not who she is. So I'm guessing that's her right there, the larger lady. Right here on the end. She's the showrunner. Yeah, I don't know what she's done. So let's see her in the past. Let's see what stuff she's done in the past, guys. Right here. She's a television writer. Oh, she did Altered Carbon. That season 1 was really good. She's been around a while, 2001. She's well known for her AB series. She worked on Alias, Fringe. I like that show. Altered Carbon. Oh, okay. So she's definitely knows some science fiction. She was a staff writer on ABC's Alias. Got it. Charmed. I mean, my wife loves that show. I don't have any problems with it. It just wasn't for me. Lost. I liked Lost until the end. Fringe, Brothers and Sisters. I don't really remember that show. Let's see here. Let's see. So, Missing Link. Oh, it's an Alias episode she did. Brother and Sister. She joined the third season's crew for ABC's Lost. Okay. She did a bunch of the Fringe shows episodes. That's good. I like that show. She did Almost Human. That wasn't so bad. The Flash. My kid likes that show. Which Flash did she do? OWC. Okay, that show was good in the beginning. Altered Carbon. I like the Altered Carbon. She worked on Westworld. First season of Westworld was good. The rest of them were kind of. Maybe I should go back and watch. Give it a second chance. Westworld, the second. I do like the look of that show though. That's the vibes. That style of cinematography. They have some of that Westwood vibes going on in this Dune trailer, so that's good. The show looks good. So the good news is the showrunner, this Alison Chapker, she's done a lot of sci-fi, so that it looks like it's in good hands as far as that goes. So that's good. Yeah, so they did a whole. I don't know who this Jordan Goldberg gentleman is. Let's see what he's done in the past. I'm guessing he did also. I'm assuming he also did. Westworld. I'm thinking that some Westworld stuff stopped popping up here when I. So Jordan Goldberg is known for Westworld. Called it. He worked on Inception, dude. Okay. The Prestige. Oh, this guy worked on Interstellar. He's a producer. Oh, so this show is gonna be good, dude. He worked on The Prestige as a producer. Oh, he was inside Interstellar. Oh, he was on Interstellar. Five Rises. I don't know that. Oh, Dark Knight. Oh, he worked on Dark Knight. Dune. Yeah. So this guy is what is his position on Dune? He's post production. So he's the post production guy, I guess, lead for the show. So yeah. So this show, it's got talent behind it. It's not just some random yahoos like Disney puts in there that don't know what the heck's going on. They're just paint by numbers by committee. These guys know what they're doing a little bit, so that's good. This Allison and this Jordan. So that's good. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the chat here. Are you going to review? Yeah, we reviewed that. Nobody. We had a couple people watching still on Twitch. Or correction, TikTok. We still got people on YouTube. So yeah, that's good. And then let's go to the last story. So that's good. I just did a little breakdown of the showrunners of the show. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Man, she's been around for a while, it looks like. Alrighty. So let's go on that one. Let's go to the next. And then one last story for the evening before I call this stream, guys. Is some guy was he couldn't find a sound effect for it. The weird and honest shocking story behind the Dune's sound design creator for the giant sandworm. So Denis Villeneuve's Dune, we all know it. The surround had that weird kind of drum sound. Pretty cool, right? But let's see. Your sound designers, editors. Let's read through this. He took matters into his own hands. They didn't have an actual sound they could use. So this is the maw of the worm, right? And Denny always liked to tell us that the worm was 400 meters long and like 4 stories high. And he wanted to hear the driest suction pulling them down into its belly. Got it. And I couldn't find a sound effect for that. And as often the case, the easiest way to do it is to do it yourself. So I took a little lavalier mic, maybe like one I have on, and I just did this act as if my mic is going down his throat and makes a sound. And I dropped the lavalier mic down my mouth, and that's how I get the sound. Oh, okay. So he just put a freaking mic in his mouth and made the. You guys want to hear that noise again? Oh God, I don't want to see that Lord of the Rings show. Ugh, get it out, get it away, make it stop. I can't stand Rings of Power. No offense to anybody who likes it, but I can't stand it. It's just all wrong, every aspect of it. It's just dumb, right? Because like they have her like, what's her face? They have the elf. I think her dang name. I'm really brain farting tonight, guys. They have her as like a warrior, which she never was. She was just an awesome sorceress. It's just ridiculous. I don't know if I can play this and not get copywritten, but yeah, I guess they're. So this guy just created this sound by putting a mic down his mouth. Pretty interesting for the worm. Maybe I'll go watch Dune, finish Dune Part 1 tonight. Anyways, folks, I think that's all I got tonight. I think I need to go and tuck the family into bed. I think they're going to sleep without me, and I think we had a good episode. I think we had all purely Dune talk episode today. I didn't sprinkle any sources in like I did last week. And I think this was a pretty good don't forget, we'll talk more about it. Oh, it's playing. But we'll yeah. So that's about it for now. But you guys have any questions? I didn't cover any Dune Awakening this week because there really isn't nothing to talk about. Because yeah, there hasn't been any news since the last CommunityNet update and their last podcast. So whatever you want to call it, their last episode of Dune Awakening Direct, and then the Tokyo Game Show, which I did stuff on. I covered there is no real news. They're just working on the game. I think closed betas are going. Word on the street is regular people are starting to get into the closed beta. It's random people, so that's good, I guess. It's still NDA on that. So if you do get the email and get in, it's an NDA. You can't talk about it anyways. You can't even mention that you're in it. As far as I'm tracking, you can't even mention that you're in the open beta, or they can go after you. Or closed beta, I should say. Yeah, so yeah. So if you are one of those people out there and you do get that, because people were getting in kind of in somewhat trouble on the Discord, not in trouble, but getting told like, hey, don't talk about it on here. So if you do get that email, make sure you don't get yourself in trouble. Literally don't tell anybody, especially on the internet, on the Discord. There's a special Discord that you link, I guess you get a link to, supposedly. So I don't know. I'm not invited, so I wouldn't tell you if I was, because I don't want to get in trouble. But so I'm just trying to warn you out there for people that do get lucky and get in. Don't start posting any of that stuff. I don't want nobody get in trouble. And then that's about it tonight, folks. Keep an eye out. I'm gonna try. I need to get more videos out. I'm gonna start on another lore. My last lore video did okay. It was my last lore video up is not long ago, what, a month and a half ago or so. I need to do another one. I need to do a video every day. I need to get off my butt. Don't have time. At least little mini update videos like this. But I was putting out a lore video a week there. And that's a lot of work. Even though my lore videos aren't even the greatest thing, even putting those little bit of videos together, that's like hours a day. It's nuts. So it's like, I don't know how these people do these nice extravagant videos every day. They must have production teams or something, because I just can't do it. One person can't do that on YouTube. So yeah, they definitely have to have teams doing this, editors and things. Yeah, so that's work, dude. Putting videos, it's fun. But if you have a real full-time job, it's not that fun. Because I wish you could. Nobody's joined my membership yet, so I have a membership up. You can join if you want. I don't know if I can get super chats yet, but I'm almost fully monetized, guys. I need watchtowers. So if you are kind and you like my channel and you put your stuff on click one of my playlists, put it on repeat, turn the volume down, whatever, and just let the videos roll. If you want to help me get fully monetized, and then, because I'm really trying to make this my full-time thing if I can blow up, and I don't think just Dune's too niche. Probably ain't gonna happen on Dune, but man, I'm really trying to go full YouTuber here if I can. I just got to be able to make that kind of money to do it. And I'm surprised I haven't really been reached out to any sponsors and stuff. I had this TikTok channel that got like people reaching out, and I was like, I didn't really want to deal with it. I was like, it was weird. I didn't really want to deal with it on that channel. But now that I have a real thing I like, that I'm doing every time, which is Dune, I don't get any calls. It's weird. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Let's keep going with it, knocking it out, doing it for fun, because it's really how it started. And that's what all the big YouTubers say. Just do it for fun. And maybe it'll fall in your lap. So, or it just fails. We'll see what happens. But until next time, folks, check out my tiers of membership if you want to join. I gotta go in there and fix some of the icons for the night, because my 99-cent one was like generic little icons you can use. I'm gonna go make some custom ones or something. So I'll probably be looking at that tomorrow. And that's about it. I will see you guys next week. And I'm going to try and do a Wednesday show. So I'll put a message out. Pay attention. Make sure you hit the bell notifications. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Click the bell so you can see when I post stuff. That might be a reason why I put posts out on my YouTube all the time. So if you don't see it, go in the links. Go follow my. I don't really have a channel on my Arrakis Central, but I have a Facebook. I have a Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Lucrit. So yeah, Lucrit, which nobody really goes to, right? But I think you can look at it. I'm not even sure. Which is my creator program. I'm part of the creator program for Dune Awakening now. So, but there's nothing to create yet. So, until the game comes out. So, alrighty, guys. Stay tuned for more Dune information for the next video, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.
Rising from the dust and down. Shiny whispers dreams to thee, Bene Gesserit's prophecy. Fear the mind that's set free. In the shadows, destiny. Shifting sands are fate to find. In the desert heat we leave behind. Promise of the queens that's had a end. Rising from the dust and bound. Beneath twin suns on Arrakis land, firmament whispers in the wind so grand. Melange flows through every hand. Shai Hulud rules the desert sand. Paul's visions, good times hold. He who sees where futures unfold. Blue within blue eyes so bold. Destinies in spice foretold. Shifting sands are fate to find. In the desert heat we leave behind. Promise of the queens that's had a wreck. Rising from the dust and back. Copters cutting through the sky.